Alrighty everybody, since you guys enjoyed the last Five Nights at Freddy's toy review, we're back with another. Yes, this is how it came in the mail. A little bit damaged, hoping that everything's in it. We'll have a couple of speed builds in this video, being the 2 charging stations and the show stage, and we will be putting them on a Lego base plate. We also have the new Jazzwares Five Nights at Freddy's action figures with jump scaring action. And yeah, there's not much to say. Let's hop right into the speed build. One side note that I forgot to mention. These charging stations retail for $14.99 USD, and the buildable show stage retails for $39.99 USD. Now, let's get into the speed build. Here is Chica's charging station put all together. You have her iconic Glamrock Chica logo there on the side, some tubes, some stickers that were hard to put on if you couldn't see that in the speed build. It's hard to see on camera, but it says Chica Chicken and there's a heart, and then you have the vent. And then the least they could have done for this, which everybody's saying the same thing, so I'm not alone here, the least they could have done was at least put a picture of the figure instead of the character. On the top you got her basic logo, and then you can open the door and you can store any figure in there, but of course this one comes with Chica. For articulation they have a lot better. These accessories are hard to get in their hands and out of their hands apparently. A lot better articulation compared to McFarlane. They have elbow joints. Speaking of McFarlane, taking off the head, if I can get the head off, would you look at that? Does that endoskeleton look a little bit familiar to you guys? Anyway, putting the chest piece back on, that's pretty much articulation for Glamrock Chica. Oh. Well, do be careful, because apparently, well, if I guess this Chica breaks, I have a spare, because I bought 2 of them on accident, because I didn't think this was going to ever come in the mail, because first it did get canceled, and then they sent it to us, which is not like I'm playing with these anyway. I just bought them to review, and I'm going to have them on display. Yeah, these, oh, they have 3 pieces instead of 4, instead of 2. Unlike the original McFarlane sets. That's what makes them a little bit taller, I guess. But yeah, there is Glamrock Chica. Give her guitar back. As to not break the figure, one of the things I recommend doing if you're going to put the guitar in her hand is probably taking the figure's arms off first, and then putting the guitar in, like so. The only thing that I think I might end up doing with this figure is probably painting on her earrings, because that's the only thing that she does not have. She also kind of looks like that white Angry Bird. Anyway, let's put her back in her charging station for now. Also, she comes with a Phaser Blaster, as does all the charging station characters. Kind of stick that in there. Close up the... Now, it is hard to, like, actually get it closed. You have to kind of, like, pry at the build, almost, to get it, like, actually shut. It's a cute little build. I love it, if they didn't repeat it, like, 5 times. Anyway, let's move on to the next charging station. Alright, I did not film the building process of this one, because it's literally the exact same build as this, just different stickers. So, let's take a look at this. It's the exact same thing, just different stickers. It has caution tape around the front, worn out looking Freddy lightning bolt, and Vanny, you can see her eyes, but you can't really see the silhouette because of how dark the sticker is. And then you have an off-limits sign on that side, a sign that says this attraction is temporarily closed on this side, The back side, which just has the same exact stickers as this charging station, caution tape that goes around the side, a vent, and the black and white checker pattern instead of the pink one. And then back to the front. Yeah, there's really nothing different about this. The only reason I got this was for Shattered Freddy, which, yes, is just a recolored version of Freddy. But Shattered Freddy's cool. You might as well have the whole set. Now, since the charging stations are literally all the same, the only two I ended up grabbing off of the website was the Glamrock Chica one for the show stage, of course, to complete the look. And then Shattered Freddy. That's literally the only two I grabbed. And like I said, there's not much to these charging stations. I mean, the characters are cool and they did great designing them. Although I feel like there's a few details that could have been missed. If you want a game-accurate Shattered Freddy, just take off the head. There you go, game accurate. But from the teasers, this is what Shattered Freddy looks like. Okay, if they give Glamrock Freddy an earring and Roxanne Wolf an earring, then why didn't they give Chica her earrings? Anyway, let's move on to the last speed build of this video. I'm excited to take a look at it. Hopefully it turns out looking pretty good when we're done. here's the set all built together and put on a base plate. This is probably how I will display it. So some of the play features of this set, there's really only one, is the fact that you can move the characters like they're performing. The only one that wants to move is the one that Chica's standing on. I can't... Yeah, you have to, like, use their bodies to actually move it. Well, Roxanne will move good, but Freddy's is not wanting to move very well. Now let's take a look at the figures in detail that came in the set. Like, keep in mind, like I said earlier, the Shattered Freddy is literally just a recolor of Freddy, but I had to get it to complete the set. And speaking of Freddy, let us take a look at Glamrock Freddy first. So, I think that they did a great job on this. The mold and everything looks amazing. The chest plate, the fact that they gave them elbow joints is even better. The endoskeleton. Now, I'm gonna point this out. The closest character that I have from McFarlane is Funtime Freddy. You can take, if you wanted to, that is, they have literally the exact same endoskeleton mold. So, you can literally just take Funtime Freddy and put it on Glamrock... the overbite. And take Funtime Freddy's endoskeleton, put it back on, and put Glamrock Freddy on Funtime Freddy's body. This looks so weird. But I had to point that out. Regardless, they did a good job capturing Glamrock Freddy. And honestly, I'd say this is better than Funko's figure. Like, so many people have said that, and I'm gonna say it too. It looks way better than Funko's figure. And, like I said, it's literally just a recolor of Glamrock Freddy for Shattered Freddy. There's nothing different aside the recolor and maybe like a few slightly different... No, it's literally the same thing. I thought there was a few slightly different things, but yeah. Next, let's take a look at Monty. Monty, I think they did a good job on. They captured the tail. The only thing that I'm not happy about. Where's the leathered, where is the print? The cheetah print. The cheetah print on his pants. Where's it at? Also, he has the same thing. They even gave him a tongue, which I didn't realize earlier. Ooh. But you got Monty and his guitar, well, keytar, I should say. And they come apart at the feet, come apart at the waist. I'm assuming, yep, these come off too. So they come in 3 pieces. But if you wanted to, you could just do it like the Funko. Not the Funko, but the McFarlane ones, and just have it in a piece like that. But to make it look more accurate, you'd probably have them like that. So there's the Monty figure. And of course, we've already taken a look at the Chica figure, so the last figure to take a look at is Roxanne Wolf. I think they did a good job. Like, they got the tail. You know, once again, they did not get the cheetah print pants, but that's okay. They did not paint her, oh gosh, didn't mean to do that. They did not paint her earrings, I'm noticing. Just like they didn't give Glamrock Chica her earrings. You can take Roxanne Wolf's endoskeleton off, but I'm not going to risk breaking the figure, so I'm just going to leave it on there. But the fact that for such a small figure they were able to give that much hair and detail, I mean, Funko, I mean, the Funko Pop looks good, but this, like, come on, you could have had something that looked like this. I'm also realizing I gave each other the wrong instrument. This is Glamrock Freddy. Glamrock. Dang, those are hard to get in the character's hands. At least the way that I had them in there. The keytar goes to Roxanne Wolf. There we go. The keytar goes to Roxanne Wolf. Place him back on the stage here. Whoop. You don't want to sit down on the stage. Put Glamrock Freddy back in front and center. Glamrock Chica we've already taken a look at, like I said. Give Monty his correct instrument of choice. Whilst trying to get, the elbow joints are cool, but the ball joint that they're on, I've noticed when you're trying to put things in the character's arms, come out very easy. And for the rest of this set, we have Monty's green room right here. The only thing that's in Monty's green room is the Monty Gator Golf arcade machine, which they built pretty good. You got the picture of Monty right there too. Right there it says insert coin. I know you can't probably read it because of the camera being. Here's what the backstage looks like, and there's doors that you can open and close back here. So if you wanted to, you could have them like backstage, getting ready to perform. But the way that I'm gonna have this is I'm either gonna have Shattered Freddy like peeking around the corner or something. Like it's a because Shattered Freddy is a prototype version of Glamrock Freddy anyway. Freddy's door does not open that way, so it's kind of hard to see, but he has his star logo. And on the back here you have the Faz flashlight charge station. And then turning it around here, you have Glamrock Freddy's green room, which has the mirror that you see in the beginning of Security Breach, as well as a portrait of Freddy, Glamrock Freddy to be specific obviously, and the Freddy Fazbear logo. Now, if you turn it back to the front, you have the Mega Pizzaplex logo right here, which I will take off to show you guys. It's just a little plastic piece that just kind of goes over these ball joint pieces, and I think they captured that pretty good. It's pretty cheaply made, of course, but hey, it's not bad, because this set retails for at Walmart, and where I bought this from online for $39.99 USD, so a little bit cheaper than regular old Legos, obviously. And then this was the same material as this. Well, that's pretty much all I can say about this set. Now, rating-wise, I give this set 7 out of 10. It has its gripes. Like I said, earrings not being painted, but they can paint Glamrock Freddy's earrings. Chica, obviously coming in a different set, but not having earrings at all. And then Monty, you know, not the cheetah print pants, and same goes for Roxanne Wolf about that. But anyway, that is it for the buildable sets in this video. Now we can get on to probably what everybody's been waiting for, the brand new Jazzwares action figures. Alright, moving on to the next things in the video, we have the Five Nights at Freddy's brand new Jazzwares action figures with jump scaring action and glowing eyes. They retail for $9.99 USD. So altogether, if you were to buy them all at once, it'd be about 40 bucks. Says jump scaring action here, and it says get them before they get you, showing all the characters you can collect, and I think they did a great job at Mangle. Just looking at her in the package just looks amazing. But I feel like the first one that we need to take a look at is probably going to be Toy Bonnie, because Toy Freddy I want to take a look at later on in the video, but I am saving for last Mangle. So first let's open up and pop open. I almost don't want to open these, but I want to see what they look like and what they do as well. So alright, so here is the figure. Wow. Oh my gosh, dude. The articulation. Ah, oh, dude, look. Jump scared, jump scared, jump scared, jump scared. Dude. Like, you can pose these pretty good, too. The joints are stiff because it hasn't been opened before, but the legs, dude. 360. Oh, they're on a ball joint. That's even better. Got Toy Bonnie just walking. And then... jump scare! And for some reason the tail is removable. I thought those were buttons that did something, but I guess not. Nom 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 nom. Dude, this is cool. Alright, let's take a look at Chica. So this is Chica. She also has glowing eyes and jump scaring action. Packaging's the same, it just shows Toy Chica at the top instead. Dude, I can't wait to get these open. I'm looking at them. Dude. They look so amazing. Jump scare Toy Chica. Toy Chica doesn't seem to have as much articulation as Toy Bonnie does, unfortunately. Jump scare! They should totally re-release Toy Chica in another way. Oh. I just broke it. I fixed it. I broke it. Oopsie. Alright, let's just pretend that we didn't just break this figure that's brand new. Now her mouth don't move. What the heck? Well, it's okay though. Just be careful when you're opening these and showing them off and doing what I'm doing. Packaging's the same as all the others for Toy Freddy. I feel like Toy Freddy has more articulation and movement compared to the other two though. That's just my opinion, judging from what I've seen anyway. So, oh, he's got a boat. He's got a zip tie around his bow hat. His hat. There we go. Knocked down Bonnie in the process, but we did it. But dude. Out of all of these, aside from the Mangle, I think Toy Freddy has to be my favorite. Dude, these are cheaper than Funko's figures, too. Like... well, you at least got to see her with her mouth opening and closing, I suppose. But dude, the articulation, like, you'll definitely want to be a little bit careful when articulating these guys. Because like you saw with me, articulating them. Jump scare! Yeah, I didn't intentionally mean to break him. Break her. Sorry. Oh, that's weird. Toy Freddy can have full rotation 360, but... only on one arm. Weird. Help! Help! No. No waist articulation, though. Let's see if I can get him. Don't want to break him either, so I'm not gonna try. You can have him reaching out for you. Jump scare! Jump scare! Looks like Chica's just reaching out to give you a hug, though. So there's these three guys. Now for the one everybody wants to see. The mangle. Ooh. Okay. This is looking pretty good. I'm loving how this looks so far. I haven't even gotten it out of the package and it looks amazing. Alright, so the main part, another endoskeleton piece. She's in there good. Let's see, another endo piece, the endo, and Mangle herself. Now, she has jump scaring action too. Nom 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 nom. Was that the bite of 87? I don't know, was it? Oh, the bow tie is removable! That is so cool! Dude, they thought of everything with these figures. Alright, now to put this together. If I can figure out how she goes together. Is her tail removable? No. Okay, I'm gonna have to look at the packaging, because I don't know how she... Okay, so this part... kind of looks like... I thought I broke that for a second. It was just the articulation. Dude, this is such a cool figure. Okay, I said Toy Freddy was one of my favorites, but I'm starting to think the Mangle is now. Out of all these figures. Dude, just look at that! But the fact that I spent 15 minutes trying to put together a figure. But, okay, this is amazing. These are so... Hug. I don't know what happened to her jaw. There's no head articulation, unfortunately. Mangle's the only one that has a little bit of head articulation. You can have Freddy reaching out for you. Dude, these... I don't care. Move out the way, dude. This is the best one. By far. I mean, dude... She has head articulation, too. The Endo has head articulation. They both have jump scare action. Dude. This is just so cool! Alright. we'll set the figures up. My toy Chica's just a little bit broken. Yeah, one of the springs has already fallen out in her. I bet you that goes to the mouth for the jump scare action. But that's okay though. Like I said, I'm going to be displaying these most likely more than I would be playing with them, so it's not like I'm going to be... So it's not like it's going to bug me any. But Mangle... Like, dude. The amount of articulation on these is a lot better. And you can actually move them around and articulate them without them falling apart. Okay, Mangle is a different story, but... Jump scare! But yeah. Well, guys, I think that about wraps it up for today's video. I got more Five Nights at Freddy's stuff to add to the video, that's why it looks so weird. So, the items that I picked up today, which I was shocked to find this in Spencer's, but the Five Nights at Freddy's movie, the Yellow Rabbit plush, and it retails for $34.99 USD and $44.99 Canadian. And honestly, I was not expecting to find this anywhere, considering U2 said that it was a limited time plush. I'm proud of how this looks, though. It looks amazing. It's pretty cute looking. Next up, we have this Foxy pin that retails for, I think, like $5 at Five Below. It's a cheaply made metal, so be careful if you do anything with it. But yeah, here's the pin. And then we got these craftables, which retail for $5 each at Five Below. But let's see what we got. Here's hoping, since we have two of them, we don't get duplicates. Okay, I got one of the ones I wanted, I think. Alright, so let's get our handy dandy skizzers to make this a little bit easier on us. So first, the idea of these is you build the characters and put them on their stands. I know I grabbed the scissors to open this, and then I'm just sitting here like tearing each bag open just to get the pieces. Alright, so the idea here is to build them. So we got, let's see, Staffbot will go right there. Roxy, her head attaches like that. Her other arm attaches like... Sometimes you gotta look at the instructions. This is so precise. And then she just slides onto her base, like so. And there you have Roxanne. So that's one out of the set. Hopefully we don't get another duplicate. Oh no, we got the main man himself. Glamrock Freddy. Nice. Glamrock Freddy was one that I was wanting, but honestly I was hoping to get Vanessa. Because Vanessa would be a cool little figure because she doesn't have her helmet on, or her mask I mean. So I feel like that'd be a cool little craftable to have. Just of her, you know, without a mask on. But no, we got Glamrock Freddy. I will say that these figures look a bit off. I mean, as expected though. Let's see here. So you go like this and kind of slide in there like so. And then the fencing Goes around you like that. And then the idea is to line everyone up and make a craftables scene. So far we have 2 of them. Well, I think that's the only thing added.